Glass reinforcement has 3 different types, and that's glass reinforced concrete, glass reinforced gypsum, and glass reinforced plastic. We've already been through GRC, but GRG can actually like replace GRC in some instances. It's somewhat stronger than normal gypsum, but it's weaker than GRC. So although it can be used as a replacement, I think GRC would be better, the better option. And they mainly use the interiors. It's also a lot less expensive than GRC. In GRP, however, which is plastic, it's lighter than GRC, but the problem with it is that it can't carry loads, so it's used in ceilings. It can't be used as a direct alternative to GRC. This table basically outlines the main differences between GRC, G, and P. And as you can see, the most apparent difference is in their weight. Like the lightest one is GRP and the heaviest one is GRC. Both GRP and GRC are high quality and have high strength, whereas GRG is actually very poor quality and has very poor water insulation, which is in contrast to GRC and GRP. And the most versatile one of the 3, the most flexible one and the adaptable one, the one that can be used in all situations is GRC, whereas GRG is not very flexible. Now we're going to talk about the methods used to manufacture GRC in Egypt. And basically there are just 5 main stages, although there are a lot of subtopics under each. The first step is that the client gives the design to the factory. As we mentioned before, it's a custom-made product in Egypt. The factory prepares the mold, and this mold consists of steel, rubber, plywood, plastic. It's all in the mix. And then what happens is they pour the mold, and then they start mixing it. And the mixture consists of silicon and epoxy, which are like 2 chemicals, and silica sand, color, and pigment. And then after the mixing is done, the finishing, which involves like applying coats and veneers, etc. At this stage, there is a video which we got from YouTube that we would like to share, and it shows the process involved in using spray guns, the traditional hand spray gun GRC. Basically what you see the man doing in this video is that he's using the spray method to make the GRC, and he's basically like, he's using that, the equipment that involves 2 tubes. One of them includes glass and the other one includes the spray. And so he just sprays it all around, and then he has someone that's dispersing the spray so that it doesn't like accumulate in one area. And it usually takes about only a few minutes, the spray technique. That's a close-up of spray being applied. And basically he just goes back and does the same thing over and over again. And the person goes after him and mops it. Well, he does like this mopping method. That's the point. The main suppliers of the raw materials used to create GRC in Egypt are Japan, England, and Germany. This is probably why it's so scarce. It's because they have to import it. The raw materials are not locally made. When we look through the catalogs of most of the companies that we went to, they have the following components as part of their mixture. These are their raw materials. This is what's in the mixture. And that includes water, ordinary Portland cement, usually white or gray, clean, dry, graded silica sand, alkali-resistant glass fiber, which is usually everywhere, and the super plasticizer, which is used to improve the filling, and finally the polymer for curing. The main equipment used in the manufacturing process in Egypt is a shear mixer, and that's basically for mixing the mortar, and the spray gun, which we just saw the process, and as I said before, the gun includes two tubes. One of them is for the mortar, and the second one is for the glass fibers. It also has a small chopping device. It's mainly used for the mixing stage. And then the mortar pump, the main goal is to transfer the mixture to the spray gun. So you would use it before using the gun. There's a compressor also used in the process for the air treatment, and a mechanical mixer. Some people choose manual mixing over mechanical mixing, and there's also a chopped strand mat for the manual mixing process. The installation process is usually mechanical. It's not manual. It involves chemical bonding. Also, the process depends on the material being attached to the GRC. So sometimes, like for example, on the back side, there's usually a stained steel part that's integrated, and this part is drilled into specific areas of the wall. And so first they locate the areas on the wall that they want the GRC in, and then they drill it. See here in the photos the installation method in detail. Basically what they do is they use like a seat angle. They calculate it and they fix it by nails on the back side of whatever is being attached, and that's how they attach it. And they use nails, and they place grooves underneath that area. So the installation is usually done using grooves and the sockets that are drilled and the seat angle.